Welcome back. I'm gonna make this short little video. This is more for myself because I listen to my videos, so I need to hear myself say this. For the times when I'm alone and I'm like, damn man, sure do wish I was on my shit like I used to be, and always having a girl or a woman that I, have relations with. And then I started thinking to myself, I was like, yo, you know why? You think it's, oh, you fell off, and no, you learned. The more you learn about what you want, first of all, let's not just downgrade and make women feel bad, because it's not all about using ain't on the caliber. Man, we ain't on the caliber, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to play that corny ass game. I'm talking personal, you know what I mean? What I want. I didn't find what I want, so that's why, one, I gave up. Well, not give up, but that's why I don't do this shit as much. That's why I will not just make anyone my girl. I remember that's when it first started, like when I was on that, like, all right, we gonna fuck around, we gonna chill, we ain't gonna stop talking to women and, having faith in it. And, we know there's women out there that could be what you want or whatever, but you gotta figure out how to find it in a different way, because you feeling bad about it and reminiscing doesn't make sense. Because I finally clicked into myself. I was like, yo, bro, you know how many problems you avoided? I said, think about it. Whenever you had a girl and they didn't listen to you, everything got fucked up. That's why you stopped having a girl, because the power dynamic. Yeah, I see. That's the one thing most of the women that was with me didn't understand about being with me. I run shit, but you run shit. We both run shit. I'm just the wiser one. I'm the one that came from the streets. I'm the one that turns nothing into something. I'm the one that's willing to starve to save money. You're not. So that's why the final decision gets to me, because I see shit before it's coming. Because I don't have a choice. I wouldn't be alive if I didn't fucking learn this talent. You get it? And the women never respect that. They be thinking, because in my younger years, I wasn't as mature with myself. So not knowing how to lead verbally in the right way and explain these things, well, that's your fucking fault. You're not a good leader, nigga. It's not that your shit is fucked up because of them. You ain't a good leader. You don't know how to get your point across to make them say, he knows what he's talking about. Maybe, yeah. If I would have just reminded them if I would have found the right words and just reminded them of what was and what is and how we got where we got, and they would have remembered, oh yeah, I didn't want to do nothing, and then you put a big ass plan together and said, this is what's gonna happen, and then that's what happened. And because you listened to what I said and did what I told you to do, that's why your ass was good. Not because of you. You did the work, but you didn't have the belief. You didn't have the willpower to keep going. You didn't. I gave you that. I'm the one that breathed life into you. I'm the one that pushed you to keep going to work. I'm the one that kept saying, it's gonna happen. Look at the money growing. Look, we almost made it. Look, we got the money. Now we just gotta start looking. Look, oh, we ain't gonna get it? Watch, I'm gonna start praying every day, and watch, I guarantee you, before this couple of months is out, we gonna be living in our own shit. And when you keep showing motherfuckers shit like this, and when you're doing it, you like Moses, you like Jesus Christ, he's just nice. But a year, 2 in, 3 years in, and you fell off your shit now, they forget that, you only where you at because I fucking made it so. Not just because of me, your efforts is what made it so. But you played your part, you listened to what I said, you did what I needed you to do, And that's one of the reasons why majority of men, after years of going till they're 40, dating, that's why I'm glad I gave up on my 30s and shit, was like, yo, find yourself, just go learn to be with other women and have fun. You know, you've been a wifey, husby, ass nigga your whole life. You never ever was really single since you were 14. So, you know, I started doing you know, I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna do me, you know? I'm gonna get this body count up a little bit and see if what I do, was she lying? Was I really that good? Do I make her feel like that, or is it just her? Or is this something that I do, you know? Just like women want to find out. Was my sex really that good? Or was he lying? You know, that's why a lot of people, they be curious. Plus, they want to know, was she the best? Or is there better out there? Because I sure do remember a whole lot of times when I was disappointed. You know? Once we got used to each other, you know? And then you learn the major reason why people be cheating and fucking up good relationships, because they don't keep their relationship going once you get used to someone. Everyone's gonna get used to somebody. It's like eating the same food every day. You're gonna get used to it unless you switch it up. See, a woman's like food. You don't have to cook the shit the same way. You don't have to have sex with her the same way. We just do, like goofies. And then get mad and say, I don't understand why it's not the way. Or, you know, sometimes y'all women be bullshitting. I ain't gonna just blame the fellas. But anyway, then I got to the level of not wanting to sleep with women because of my religious beliefs. The Most High showing me, like, you're just one. You're not a good man. You're not a valorous man. You're just another dick thrower. First of all, at least you don't lie about wanting to do your thing, but don't be a whoremonger, dog. And that's when I learned, all right, I gotta fuck with someone, but I can't have like 3, 4, and then get another one and another one, and I just keep whoever I see and get one, let me get it, I'm gonna get. Nah, we ain't doing that. Nah, dog, we ain't doing that. Have some fucking value to yourself, nigga. Your shit is golden, nigga. Why you just throwing this shit amongst the swine, nigga? Some of these chicks is literally, they ain't even worthy, you know what I'm saying? You just that's what brings me to my point why I put my dick up permanently. Because once I didn't let myself get into let's fuck everything, and I had a couple, and then I was like, yo, you wailing. And then I started thinking to myself, like, yo, all these women you slept with, right? And it's not a lot. I said, which ones really pleased you? How many of them pleased you? And I said, damn, yo, like 10% or 20%. Like, majority of the women I slept with, it was me pleasing them having fun, them. And I said, so why don't ever fuck any of those chicks that never pleased you? Never do them again. You know what I mean? Never fuck with anybody that doesn't please you sexually. Why? Because what are you getting out of it? Women talk all this goofy shit and don't even realize 90% of your sex is a man doing the work. Y'all don't even do shit. Y'all make sex not even worth having it. You don't believe me? Why the fuck did I stop having sex? Why did I stop being a regular man that could just, I'm not talking about being a goofball. No, I'm just a man. I see a nice woman. I want to vet her. I want to chill with her. I want to have sex with her. And maybe potentially make her my girlfriend. Now, if shit happens, it happens. But I realized women have ruined sex for me. I realized, like, I'm glad you did, because it made me realize, like, just like women realize, all sex is not good from all men, and even if it is, you shouldn't indulge in it anyway, because, it ruins when you want to be with one person, and it just got me thinking. I'm like, yo, you probably would have had so many diseases. You probably have like 4 kids, 3 kids like the rest of these niggas, which would mean you're broke and, you're never getting up because you got to take care of your kids. You got to, you know what I mean? So you're just done. And you'd have that defeated look like all the rest of these niggas. that drained look, that life is gone from me. You won't be happy like a kid, like a teenager, like a 20-year-old, vibrant with life, because you've literally given your spirit away. So how can you be at full strength? You get your spirit's in that kid now, nigga. You can't be at full strength no more. Only for them, you know. And it made me like, I don't know, maybe these things is the reason why I am the person I am. I think not having sex has given me a lot of happiness and energy and, time for myself. And I realize how much time I actually spend on myself. And I'm like, yo, you be bored, you be mad. But I'm like, yo, dog, all the thinking and growing you have done and not chasing after women, you don't have to suffer all these different things, and you need to be appreciative of that, You worrying about, oh, I gotta save myself, or I gotta preserve myself for my wife in case I get a good wife, and nigga, fuck, that's great. You don't have all these problems because you preserved yourself, I preserved myself because, I like health, and I think my sex is special. I think anything anyone do, you should think is special. And you only can be so good at something for so long, so, why give your shit out to motherfuckers that ain't gonna do nothing, one, can't do nothing, two, and they're not worthy of it. Like, a lot of people don't realize, like, some people are talented and it's like being the greatest basketball player of all time, and then you play local basketball in the gym for free for regular ass people, instead of going to the NBA and getting fucking paid and performing in front of everybody in the world. No, you're just gonna stay there and just perform for the fucking, and then nobody ever knows you even existed. You don't inspire the millions of other people to fucking do things. You get it? You know what I mean? Now, I know we're talking about sex, but sex is inspiring, you know what I mean? It's inspiring to want to, make love to your wife and then know what you're doing. And then other men go, oh, wow, this shit could be done. This shit, okay, let me, I want to inspire to make have better sex with my wife, because that's what we should do, or my girlfriend, or whatever. It's like we live in a world now, it's like really fucking weird. Sex is like, it's like for bad people. You know what I mean? It's only for bad people. And if you're good, you better have regular sex and you know what I mean? Or I don't know how to really feel about it because I don't talk to everybody. But I see things online and I see how still bashful, like little kids, people, you bring sex up and, everybody turns to a fucking teenager again. It's such a good thing to know that you can control yourself, first of all, you know what I mean? And there's different levels to it, because controlling yourself and taking yourself away from the temptations, that's level one. Being around those temptations, that's level two. Those temptations trying to literally get you to fall and say, oh, you don't fuck hoes? Yeah, we gonna see you in a bad bitch that's like, nah, I'm a hoe, and I know I look like the exact way you want, and I have the mind you want, but no, I just want to have sex with you and shit. I want to drain your fucking energy and shit, I want. Now, I ain't saying, like I said, casual sex is, meant to be played safe, but I also believe it's very healing, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of women have been sexually abused, and I don't mean the SA thing, like actual abuse. I mean, they're stuck not getting good sex. I was just watching this thing, and it was a wife saying, shout out to the faithful wives that have great husbands, but they got that problem that they can't solve. And I said, oh shit, that sucks. You a good man, right? The Lord doesn't bless you with the golden rods, and then you get lucky enough to find a really good woman that says, I'm never gonna be sexually satisfied ever again by you, but I'll marry you and stay faithful to you. when I seen that, I was like, yo, that's what's up. Like, I feel bad for those women because, you know, they don't get to reap the benefits of a man that they have everything. Gotta clean up. They have everything women will want in a man. Well, maybe not everything, because, I doubt all these men are Brad Pitt looking and Denzel Washingtons. But they're good men. They're not cheaters, they're providers, they're well-rounded men. And to see that still be done, and there are people on the earth that understand sex and money isn't the top priorities. She didn't say he was a millionaire. No, regular fucking man. And I said, that gives me hope. That gives me hope. There's still women that are, because I don't want a woman to not be pleased in any way, but, there's sacrifices. Obviously, that woman made a sacrifice and thought to herself, I can stay with this man I love and whatever, and all of these other things that are way more better than some dick. Or I can go try to find some dick and another good man. But, it's a little crazy out there in the world. So, I could respect a woman that does that. But that also draws me to the, what I've met a lot of single women or women that, online talk about it, how a lot of women don't have orgasms. They just have sex. And I said, when I first started researching and looking, and then all these women saying the same things, like, y'all men really be souped up. Like, yo, we soup 90% of yous up. 70% of you niggas, I'll lower it to 60 to give men some, I don't even like hearing shit like that. That make me mad. But, a lot of women say shit like that, like, yo, y'all sex is fucking trash. Most of y'all, I don't give a fuck if you got a big dick or not. Y'all think y'all be doing shit and y'all don't. We just love y'all so much, or we into the wanting to be around you, so we just we tell y'all that shit. Oh, here we go. You don't know what you're doing. You're just thrusting. You're hurting most of the time. If you got a big one, if you got a small one, you ain't doing all these other things. The foreplay. You don't want to talk to a bitch. You don't want to fucking. You know what I mean? And I say, yo. Good thing I've been learning these things since I was a kid. I said, so that's why the Lord, that's why he was letting you, I thought I was weird learning things. And I was like, nah, nigga, that's why you paid attention when you was younger about sex and hearing things and reading certain things or being interested in certain videos, because you realize, just like men, sex is a real big part of this life that we live in. And not for nothing, I don't care if you're a good person to a bad person. We all want to have this experience sexually, I don't care who you are. Everybody wants that. And I realized that because of the anatomy, the physical body, that means it's not about how they make women now. You gotta have a fucking six and you gotta be this. I'm like, oh god. I think a lot of women are missing out on other things that they like. I don't think all women like this. It's impossible. I'm sure there's women that like a man to talk to them and touch them less. I'm sure there's women that like less talk and more touching. I'm sure there's women that like a man to breathe on them. I'm sure there's women that like when men sweat on them. And then there's women that think, no, I don't want your sweat on me. No, I only allow that because we're already in the middle of it. And, I don't care. But no, there are the women that they love it. It drives them fucking crazy. It's like animal. Oh, yeah, it's like back in the day shit. Pheromones and shit, instead of cologne. Niggas is putting on lotions and all this other shit. And, you know, it's like, I think people need to explore themselves and actually figure out sexually what you like and what you don't like, more than exploring with a bunch of people. And this is what always bad. I'm gonna end it with this. I never understood how people have sex with a bunch of people, and then your ass don't never learn how to get good at sex. I be looking at chicks like, yo, bro, you have probably got more bodies than me, and I'm on, like, you don't even know what you're doing. Like, how you got all those bodies and you don't know how to. You should be putting on niggas that ain't got as many as you. You should know what you're doing. You shouldn't be a little fucking kid, you know. And then I realized, some women like to hide because then they don't want to look like a bigger whore, or all these stupid games. I started realizing, like, everyone is forced into playing all these stupid ass games that prevent us from just experiencing life. Now, there are levels to these things because, I just explained how if you're doing too much with too many people, you're destroying yourself and you're not getting anything out of it. You're not learning anything. You're just getting, it's like drugs, you're getting short bursts of happiness. That's why I call it sex. And then there's love making, you know? And it give you two totally different feelings. I think most people in this world we're living in, we only know, you niggas only know sex. You've never had someone make love to you or made love to someone else. You've never given your best to someone. You've never had someone give their best to you. Even if it wasn't their actual best. It's them trying to. Motherfuckers don't be getting that. It's just a whole bunch of sweating and jumping around. And let me just, I think you look cute and shit. And or I'm drunk and I'm horny. It's not I want to draw this moment out. I want to draw out the height of you. I'm going to something. And when I'm done, we're both gonna sit back and be like, oh shit, I forgot. We live in a world that we gotta go to work. You know what I mean? You don't know nothing about that. Your sex is your problems going through your head probably, or you know what I mean? You niggas still thinking about shit. Y'all still be in this world. Not me, nigga. I be somewhere else. I be like, afterwards, spark that cig and be like, yo, oh shit. Cause you're so focused. The whole world vanishes damn near. You know what that's like? All love, all praise to the Most High.